There's one coaching upgrade in College Football 26 that can completely change how you approach the transfer portal, but most players don't realize just how effective it really is. It's called Portal King, and I ran multiple Dynasty tests to find out if it actually works, or if it's just another wasted coaching upgrade. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much it helps, how it stacks with other upgrades, and the best setup to help you dominate the transfer portal. Alright, so the transfer portal in this year's game feels completely different. It's deeper, more dynamic, and a lot more realistic. If you know what you're doing, you can use it to plug holes left by transfers, or even rebuild an entire roster overnight. Last year, the coaching upgrade Portal King was locked behind the elite recruiter archetype, but this year, it's been moved to a standard recruiter perk, which makes it much easier to unlock. And since the transfer portal itself got a major upgrade this year, that raises one big question. How effective is Portal King really? And can it help you dominate the portal? Let's find out. Here's how I set up the test. To keep everything fair, I used Boise State as my test program and ran multiple dynasties, multiple seasons, and multiple save points. Each test was identical. Every year we went 11-3, won the conference championship, and lost in the first round of the playoffs just to keep performance consistent. Here's our baseline, with no coaches having the Portal King upgrade. This test only includes 5-star and 4-star transfer targets. Just over 5% of those top players were interested in coming to our program, and just under 20% were considered open. This means that they weren't locked out, and we could still recruit them even if we weren't in their top 8 or their top 10. So basically, only 1 in 5 transfer players were even open to us, and just 5% showed any real interest. So that's our control. Now let's see what happens when we activate Portal King. Alright, first test. This is Portal King on one coach only. Immediately I noticed something interesting. 5-star edge Colin Simmons showed interest in Boise State. Normally, that was a long shot. Here's what the numbers showed after several runs. Open percentage increased slightly from 18% to about 20%, but interested players, the ones who actually had us in their top 8 or their top 10, nearly doubled, jumping from 5% to almost 10%. Put simply, Portal King gave us access to 6 to 10 more top tier players every cycle. Not bad for one upgrade. With all the players I was locked out of, it made me wonder, what if I upgrade the coaching upgrade that lowers the deal breaker threshold? That one's called Lower the Bar, and it comes from Strategist Tier 3. It basically makes it easier to meet player expectations. So here's what happened when I tested only Lower the Bar, no Portal King upgrade. Open went up slightly from 20% to around 21%, and interest also barely moved, going from 5% to about 6%. So barely any improvement, maybe a few more players unlocked, but not enough to make a real difference. But then I thought, what if we combine them? When I used Portal King and Lower the Bar together on my head coach, here's what happened. Open jumped up to almost 28%, and interested climbed to 13.5%. Alright, now we're talking. This combo gave us the best results yet, roughly double the number of top players we could actually go after compared to the baseline. Pretty impressive, but it gets better. You've probably heard about coaching upgrade stacking this year. Basically, when your head coach and coordinator both have the coaching upgrade, they combine for even stronger effects. So I tried stacking Portal King twice, once on my head coach and again on my offensive coordinator. Here are the results. Open skyrocketed to 38%, and interested jumped all the way to 23%. That's a massive jump. Compared to our baseline, we now have access to nearly twice as many players in the portal and 4 times as many who are actually interested in joining our team. To put that in perspective, depending on how many 4 and 5 stars there are in the portal, that's about 20 to 30 more players you can recruit each season. That's the difference between a good class and a full-blown roster overhaul. So here's what I learned after testing. Portal King alone is a solid upgrade, and makes the portal way more useful, especially with how cheap and accessible it is. Lower the Bar on its own doesn't do much in the transfer portal, but combined with Portal King, it gives you a noticeable boost. And stacking Portal King with your coordinators, that's where the real magic happens. If you're a coach who relies heavily on transfer portal talent, this can be a powerful recruiting combo for you. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, and let me know in the comments what coaching upgrade do you want me to test next. A quick heads up, if you want more deep dives like this, Dominate CFB Dynasty is launching a premium membership on November 15th. It'll come with exclusive strategy breakdowns, monthly live Q&As, premium Discord access, and a whole lot more. Founding member pricing is only available the first week, so if you're interested, join our Discord to get notified the moment it goes live. The link to that is in the description below. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.